Alright, man, I want to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs. This is my first time ever talking about the Kansas City Chiefs on this channel, so if you are new, it's All Pro Sports Talk, the Home Sports Talk, baby. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Also, the like button. I see a lot of people commenting about the Kansas City Chiefs saying that there's going to be a major drop-off because they lost Tyrann Mathieu and because they lost Tyreek Hill. Never really got into this. I was busy making other videos. I want to talk about this for just a second. Tyreek Hill was a very adequate, important piece of the puzzle to this team being successful as they were, to them going to the Super Bowls, to them making those deep playoff runs. That is not even an understatement. Tyreek Hill was probably the second best offensive player on this team behind Patrick Mahomes. You can argue Travis Kelce. For the simple fact that Tyreek Hill is basically uncoverable. He will make your defense flip in an instant and a second. And they have lost that speed. But they still do have a lot of weapons on this team, such as Travis Kelce, who was a guaranteed 1,000-yard tight end, who was basically a wide receiver playing tight end. They brought in Juju Smith-Schuster. He has his up and downs with the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he was basically inept and horned because his quarterback was getting older and it was not the right system. He didn't have that Antonio Brown by him anymore. Now you have that Travis Kelce, who even though he is a tight end, you have to double, even sometimes triple cover Travis Kelce because he is that good. He's a transformation type of tight end. He can change the game on a dime. You're going to bring in Sky Moore. You still have Mecole Hardman. Mecole Hardman isn't going to be that receiver that Tyreek Hill was, but it's going to open up that offense because the thing is, you're just going to let a fast receiver like that run down the field on his own. He doesn't have that route running. He doesn't have that athletical ability that Tyreek Hill has to go up and moss somebody, but he will get past you. So you have to play deeper, shallow coverage. You just can't play this standard coverage against the Kansas City Chiefs team still. They still have their weapons, and they still have Patrick Mahomes, who's going to scramble around and play backyard football and throw the ball all over the place. So when I see people saying that this team has fell off and that they're not going to be the same team, I don't know about that. They may not get those same splash plays that they used to get with Tyreek Hill, but they're still going to get some splash plays, if you know what I'm saying. They're still going to get those big chunk yardage down the field. As far as the defensive side of things, losing Tyrann Mathieu was a big loss. But Justin Reid is also a very good safety. And this defense has gotten better from what it was last year to this year. The only thing that's changed with the Kansas City Chiefs is the simple fact that their division has turned into a monster and a four-headed snake. That's all that is. The Raiders have improved. The Broncos, they sure enough have improved. The Los Angeles Chargers have improved. That's the biggest thing. And we did see points and times where Patrick Mahomes struggled last season. But he's gotten better. He found out how not to struggle. They fix every problem that the Kansas City Chiefs has. Every offseason, they curve it and they fix it. The offensive line was a problem against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowl because everybody was hurt. So they went in and they spent money and they got a whole bunch of offensive linemen. They traded for Orlando Brown Jr. They got offensive linemen. Losing Tyreek Hill, they didn't lose him without a success plan. You have guys there that can help replicate that success. I just hate when I see people come out here and they say this team is not going to be the same team. They're still going to be a dangerous team. Patrick Mahomes was never the type of quarterback on every single play to throw for a 40-yard touchdown bomb or throw for a 50-yard bomb every time. That's not the way Patrick Mahomes plays. If you look how Patrick Mahomes plays, he scrambles around, he makes the defenders have to look in the backfield and make sure, hey, do I need to come off my receiver to go help tackle or do I need to stay on my wide receiver? And when you get caught looking in the cookie jar, boom, balls over your head. He's an explosive quarterback. That's the way he plays. And if the offensive line's holding up for him and he scrambles out and he steps up into the pocket and he gets a clean throw off, that's bad. You look at Marquez Valdes-Scantling, he averaged 16.5 yards per catch. They have receivers that can go down the field and stretch the field. It's just a simple fact they don't have a genetic freak in Tyreek Hill anymore. It's not going to hurt that team this much. This team's still going to be a team that goes and make a deep playoff run. There's going to be the same West Coast system. Andy Reid's going to find out how to use all these guys all over again, and they may struggle. They struggled at the beginning of last season, and look at where they ended up. AFC Championship again. They ended up there. They almost beat the Cincinnati Bengals. The Kansas City Chiefs are for real, whether they have Tyreek Hill or not. And you still have guys like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who I liked a lot, dealt with injuries last season. I like him a lot as a running back. He can be a good receiving back for you as well. He has been on the smaller side. but I believe he's a very good receiving weapon. You have to worry about him in his West Coast system. They also have Ronald Jones. They also brought in Jared McKinnon. I know Jared McKinnon hasn't done anything in years, but he's not going to be the premier back for this team. He can also be a good receiving option for Patrick Mahomes. This team has weapons. They have guys. They have one of the best offensive lines in entire football. Mecole Hardman, like I said, he's not what we thought he would be. You know, a couple years ago when Tyreek Hill was dealing with some things off the field, they thought he was going to be suspended. They went in and they drafted Mecole Hardman. He's been an awesome special teamer. Just wide receiver he hasn't been. And I don't expect for any of these receivers to go over 1,000 yards unless it's Travis Kelce. It's going to be receiver by committee, which makes it even more dangerous because you have to game plan week from week. Okay, is Mahomes going to be looking at this guy? Is he going to be looking at Juju Smith-Schuster? Is he going to be looking at Sky Moore? Is he going to be looking at MVS the whole game? So it's not going to be this consistent. We have to double team this guy. The only guy that they can really double team is Travis Kelce. He's the only proven commodity on this team. We know what Juju Smith-Schuster has done in the past, but it's what have you done for me lately? And we saw Juju Smith-Schuster. He eats in single coverage. He's a very good number 2 to number 3 wide receiver. This team has weapons still. And on the defensive side, one more time, they got my guy George Karlaftis from Purdue. Excellent run stopper, big boy. They're going to have a run stopping defense. When you look at how this team is built up front, they can win in the trenches, offensive side and on the defensive side. Derek Nottie, big defensive tackle. Chris Jones, one of the best defensive tackles in all of football. Big as hell and can still stop the run. Frank Clark can get pressure off the edge and he can stop the run. It's going to be very hard to run on this defense. And Justin Reed can be an aerial safety. He can play both free and strong safety. He's not the versatile safety that Tyrann Mathieu is, but he's pretty similar. He's a good safety. Willie Gay is a very good speedy linebacker. He can get in there. He can stop some plays as well against the run. You drafted Trent McDuffie. Very good corner. So this team has gotten better. I think this team is better this year than they were last year. Obviously, we have to see everything play out. But me knowing Andy Reid, there's going to be some very funky type of offensive play calls that's going to make you scratch your head and be like, I did not expect that to happen. You know the shovel passes that they do in the end zone? And it may be some place where you look in the backfield and you be saying, man, why is Jared McKinnon lined up as fullback? And why is he running a corner route? And why is he running a wheel route? These things, Andy Reid is just that creative. I have 100% faith in Andy Reid. That means I have 100% faith in this team to still be one of the best teams in the AFC. The only difference is that their division has gotten more stacked and that the Denver Broncos actually have a quarterback now. That's the only difference. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. How do you feel about this Kansas City Chiefs team? Do you think they take a step back because of Tyreek Hill? Or do you think everybody's panicking? I think everybody's just in panic mode. Yes, it's a big loss, but they're still going to go down there and do things that Patrick Mahomes already done. And you look at the games without Tyreek Hill before I let you guys go. 363 yards per game. 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 10 yards a pass. He's going to be good. Patrick Mahomes will be fine. The Kansas City Chiefs will be fine. The main thing that they should have worked on, and they did work on this offseason, was defense. That's what they need help with. Mahomes can go score for you. You just need to go and let that defense go to work. Let Mahomes get a good lead and let him go up. Obviously, he did have that downfall against Cincinnati Bengals. But if he can continue to score and his defense can maintain and get pressure up front and just continue to overwhelm the opposing front, they're going to be fine. So I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. How do you feel about the Kansas City Chiefs? How do you feel about this team moving forward? Do you think this team will be Super Bowl winners again? That's the main thing. Will they win another Super Bowl this year upcoming? Obviously, you have the Buffalo Bills now. They went in and got Von Miller. They look really good. The Cincinnati Bengals will be back. Baltimore Ravens, all those teams. Hear from you guys in the comment section. How you feel about the Kansas City Chiefs? If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, please like button. Most importantly, when each and every last one you guys stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching my video, guys. Peace.